guys, so today's video is a full face of Charlotte Tilbury, as you can see from the title. I'm really excited for this one because Charlotte Tilbury is one of my favorite brands. I've discovered it in kind of 2020 after saying like, oh, I'm not interested in anything. I love it. It makes me feel so pretty, and that's just kind of like my thing. I've done a few like full face of Charlotte Tilbury, but they were like partial Charlotte Tilbury faces, and this is actually like a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. The only thing I don't have is concealer and a loose powder, but I have pressed powder and everything else. So that's that on that. A part of these products were sent to me in PR, just like across the last few months of 2020. They would just send me new releases, and then recently I put down an order for the stuff that I didn't receive, or just stuff that kind of came out before they put me on the PR list. So I'm just gonna try and kind of like, as I go, tell you what is PR and what isn't, so you know whether, you know, you trust my opinion or not. But just so you know, I'm gonna be honest regardless. Like, I don't think they care. I've criticized the mascara before, I just don't like it, and they've continued to send me stuff, so I think they're okay with me saying that I don't like things. I don't know, we'll find out. Let me bring you guys in a little closer so you can see what's happening on my face. I have my beauty blender. This obviously isn't by Charlotte Tilbury. This is just a Colourpop one. It's the silicone one with like the silicone bottom. That's the only one I had left from the set of beauty blenders that they have. So they sent me the Hollywood Flawless Filter, which is kind of like a bit of an everything product. You can use this as a primer. You can use this as a mixing medium for your foundation to make it more shiny, sheeny, you know, make it more dewy if it's like a matte foundation. Or you can use this as like a bit of a highlight. You can use this pretty much as anything. You could use this as just a foundation on its own. I've done this before, but they sent me this shade and it's a little bit dark for me, as you can see. So I either would balance it out with like a really light concealer, and then that kind of just like balanced it out. Like, you put a darker foundation, lighter concealer, it just makes everything look fine. It doubles as a bronzer kind of. But today I'm going to use this as a primer. I've never used it as a primer, so hoping that works. And because I think the foundation is a little bit light for me, I bought this foundation myself. It's the Airbrush Flawless Foundation Stay All Day and Night. I think it's going to be a little bit matte, but I don't know, it could be a good match for me because frosted glass tends to like wash out colours, so this could be good for me. But I also think it could just balance nicely with this to kind of give me a less dead look. That's the vibe for today that we're going with. So I'm just gonna dot this around my face like I normally do. It's got like a wand applicator, and it's really, see, it's not as deep as it looks in the bottle. It just kind of adds a little bit of life back into my face. It is very shiny, so if you're not into the I just left the gym look, then don't use this on its own. Use this under foundation, and preferably under like a more matte foundation. I don't have any. I'm just going to use, I bought this bronzer. It's like the huge Airbrush Bronzer matte bronzing filter for face and body with, it's just the lightest shade they have, and it's humongous. No wonder it's so expensive, because it's literally the size of my face. I'm hoping this shade is not too light for me, which is a weird statement to make, but the mirror's huge. I'm just going to use it to do my makeup today. See, this just adds like a bit of life back into my skin. It's not like super high coverage or anything. It works as a bit of like those drops from Cover FX. Oh, I forgot to mention, my social media will be in description. There's my Instagram, my puppy's Instagram, as well as my TikTok, which I've been loving very much. I feel like TikTok's like the new wave. Like, YouTube is not falling off, but like YouTube is still people's like TV. Like, some people don't watch TV because they watch YouTube, but I think TikTok's like the new short format content. Like, kind of like Instagram, which is why Instagram tried to like do reels, right? But like no one uses them really. I don't know, I feel like TikTok's just taking over. Like, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram is dying because TikTok's just the perfect amount of time per video. Like, you can make it 15 seconds to a minute. You can really do a lot in a minute. I think it's much better than Vine. Vine was just 6 seconds. Like, what can you realistically do in 6 seconds? Not much. I mean, there's a lot of iconic stuff that came out Vine, but you know, I think TikTok's like a better version of Vine. Anyway, this is what that looks like. See, it just kind of like added a bit of life to my face. I used the silicone side for it just so it doesn't like absorb too much of it. But just in general, I think this is a very interesting product. I think it has many different functions. You can use it as a primer, mix it with foundation. You can use it as foundation. Like, I could just do this, add a bit of concealer and go on with my day. Like, I think it looks nice. Going back to plugging myself, subscribe and turn on post notifications so you get more videos like this in your sub box and in your notifications so you can actually watch them. And that's it for me plugging myself. Let's go in with the foundation. I love this packaging. I think it's so luxe. How stunning is that? It's glass, it's frosted glass. I love it. It's got a pump, which is always nice. Let's see this shade. This is the moment of truth. I wonder what the finish is, because it says just flawless foundation, stays all day and night. I think on the packaging, I mean on the website, it said it was like a like a natural matte, like a natural, you know, it's not coming out. I hate when you have to like work the pump for ages. Oh, let's do this much for now. I think this is a good shade. I thought it was bad because of the frosted glass, but see, like frosted glass just washes shades out. I think this is a good match for me personally. I haven't used like a real foundation in so long because I've just been using my Glossy. Oh, it's a little light. I'm having this is such a roller coaster. Like picking a shade online is such a fun ride. I've been using the Glossy skin tint just pretty much all month, and this is really good coverage. And I just forget what it's like to wear a real foundation. Are you kidding me? I applied way too much. I didn't need all of this. Oh my god. But see, it's like the filter just added like that beautiful luminosity under the foundation. I look like I'm wearing a mask. Let's blend. Let's keep on blending. Blending's important. Let me just pick up the bronzer again so I see what I'm doing. So right now I'm just using my viewfinder. Like I'm going all out. My vision's not the best and I'm not wearing glasses or contact lenses, so I can't really see much. I mean, it's blending beautifully. It looks stunning. Like, I'm usually not pro kind of matte foundations. I'm very much like, I want to look like I just left the gym, but sometimes this is the look I'm going for. Oh my god, this is perfect. My skin looks airbrushed. I look like I've been photoshopped. Are you kidding me? I've never looked this perfect. My skin looks like silk. Did I just find my favorite foundation? Even the Pat McGrath did not look this good. And I thought that was like pinnacle of like skin for me. Okay, I don't have concealer. And now that I know what this foundation looks like, I might just put it under my eyes as concealer because I think it might look good. Let's see. Verdict's in, it looks good. It does not look cakey at all. It looks good. This is the kind of foundation I would not need to set. Like because it looks perfect right now. The finish of it is amazing. It's not settling into my smile lines too much, which is great because I always look like an 80-year-old lady by the end of the day, which 80-year-old is not an insult. I think 80-year-old ladies are beautiful, but I am 20, so looking 80 is probably not the vibe, you know? Oh my god, this foundation is beautiful. Well, I am impressed at 10 a.m. in the morning. And it does set a little bit, as you can see, because it's like a little bit harder to, it's not hard, but it's like a little bit harder to blend on my forehead now that it's sat there for a while. Like you can see, it's like, you know, not moving around as easily. It's not cakey or anything. It's not bunching up, nothing like that. But you can see that it kind of starts to set on its own, which is why it's probably a more long wearing foundation because you don't need to set it. And if you do, then you might as well just go 5 days without washing your makeup off. That is a joke, please don't do that. Oh my god, I look so airbrushed. And it's not even just my lighting that does this. Like I could take an up close picture and actually feel good about my skin. Look at that. When can you put a foundation under your eyes and feel good about yourself? I don't know. Let's just put, and this foundation shade is perfect. I don't know if it's the filter that did this because it was a little bit darker, it counteracted itself, but like, let me just try and get up close. Look at that. Like, yeah, I didn't fill in my pores or anything because they're still there, but look at that. There is no cakiness. There is no dry patches, no patches of any kind. I do understand that everyone's skin is different and you might buy this foundation and hate it, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think this foundation is like a 10 out of 10 for me. 12 out of 10 even on a good day. And this is a good day. I am shocked. Is it the combination of the two? Because I don't want to be like, oh, this foundation is really good, but what if it only looks this good with this? So I'd have to try this just with like my regular primer. But so far, I have never been this impressed with the foundation, I'm going to be honest with you guys. And I actually bought that one with my own money. Like, that was not sent in PR. The filter was, but the foundation was not sent to me in PR. And it is stunning. It's beautiful. It's everything I ever needed. I have a lot left on my hand, but I'm not going to put it on because I think this looks perfect. I'm just going to wipe it off. I know that it's a waste of money, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think this looks perfect and I don't want to ruin it by making it look cakey. So I'm just going to wipe it off. See, it's already made a dent. No! Ugh. Okay, I'm just gonna have to recurl my curtain bangs. I bought this with my own money because I just keep on buying this one. I said I wouldn't use it until I finish my other powders, but I'm filming this video, so I have to. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. It's the best powder I've ever used. This powder is stunning. It's everything that dreams are made of. It's in the shade One Fair Pale. I'm pretty sure this is the lightest shade you can get. Nothing has beat this powder yet. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I have a few cream products to use, so I'm not gonna set my whole face with this. I'm just gonna set kind of like under my eyes, and that's it probably for now. And then I'm gonna see kind of later on how I feel. So I am just going to slightly dab this under my eyes. Even this isn't concealer, it's foundation, so I'm kind of scared. But oh my god, it's looking so good. I just didn't want it to crease under my eye. I'm gonna do right here, right on my smile line. And that's it for now. Maybe just like right center of the forehead right here. Okay, I think my puppy's playing with a toy downstairs. So hopefully you guys can't hear it too much. These are the two liquid products I bought. So I have the highlighter and a blush, because they had powder blushes and a powder highlight. I think the highlight looked a little bit deep for me. It was like a universal shade, but it was like gold, and I knew it was going to probably leave a cast, so I just bought this one. And then they had powder blushes, but they were matte, and I prefer kind of like something like this. So and I've heard great things about these. And they didn't have the contour, like they didn't have the bronzer liquid thing. I would have bought it because apparently it's incredible, but I got this, and apparently this bronzer is amazing too. So it just kind of depends on what you're feeling. Oh, I just have my Colourpop palette here because I bought my makeup bag over, so I'm just going to use this mirror because it's quite big. It comes with like the sponge, which I know isn't the most hygienic thing in the world, but that's fine. How does this work? Do I twist? Oh, hold on. On, off. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Oh, a lot of air has come out and it's like a lot more empty now. Is that too much? I'm hoping it's not too much. I don't know how, I don't know. Oh, it blends out beautifully. So that's no problem at all. Oh, this looks so nice. It just gives your skin like a beautiful glow. It is shimmery, so if you don't like shimmery like blushes, avoid this at all costs because it's very shimmery, but I love a shimmery blush. I just think it just looks really pretty. Oh my god, I love it. I mean, you can definitely achieve this look with, you know, other blushes, probably more affordable blushes. So I'm not saying this is like what you need in your life. But if you've been looking at these and you're wondering like, oh, is it a good formula? Is everyone hyping it up for no reason? I think it's pretty. Wow, it's giving me all the looks that I needed for today. Look at that burnt nose. I just look like I've been on holiday. A little bit on my chin. You guys know I put blush pretty much everywhere. Like, I don't care. I want it all over my face. And I put it right here because that's kind of where it blends in with bronzer, and I think it just makes the skin look naturally tan. And because I have a little bit of foundation on my sponge, I feel like it actually makes it blend better because you're kind of diluting it with the foundation that you already have on your blush. I'm pretty sure, on the sponge I mean. So I'm pretty sure if you had like a clean sponge, it would look more pigmented. But because I'm using it with a sponge that's already got foundation on it, you know, I'm gonna turn it off, right? So you have to like turn it on and off, and when you turn it off, you can't press it. It like fills it up with air, which is weird. Yeah, so like you can't press it and it won't keep on coming out by you pressing on the thing. I think it's actually really smart. This looks so pretty. It brought life back into my face without breaking up the foundation. For the foundation being quite matte, it's actually not broken up the foundation at all. It works beautifully together. This is the Beauty Light Wand Easy Highlighter. I want easy highlight. So you turn it, as you can see, it says like on and off. On my nails look not great. So you kind of twist it on and off, on and off. And when you turn it on, then it kind of like, the air comes out of it and it's easier to press down on. Oh, okay, it came through. I want quite a lot of highlight. This is a beautiful shade. It's like a champagne-y. Oh, turn it off. There we go. And then you put it back into its little container. Okay, so there's like quite a lot of shades of this, like different blushes, different, oh my god, I did not expect this. Are you kidding me? Look at that. That's a highlighty face. oh my god, I look so nice. It's like, you know, when you go on Charlotte Tilbury's Instagram and it's all these like models just looking so beautiful, and you're like, that's not how it looks on a real human. That is not how it looks. And then you get the products, and I mean, I don't look like the models on the website or the Instagram account, but it doesn't look bad on me, which is nice. Which is like, you know, it's just like all you can hope for when you're comparing yourself to like actual models. I think this looks really nice actually. It doesn't emphasize texture. It's not like a, I thought it was going to be like a really natural highlight, but it's not. It's like a in your face highlight, which is shocking because I thought it was going to be like that, oh, like Victoria's Secret type makeup, where it's like, I'm not wearing makeup, I'm just naturally pretty. No, this is bam bam in your face. That is not a natural highlight. And it blended out so beautifully. It's just like with my ring light right now, it's just catching the light so much. Okay, now I can go in and set the parts of my face that I want to set. Just lightly dust the chin. I know that's kind of counterproductive because I did put highlight on it, but that's how I roll. I put it kind of on my top lip because that's where makeup comes off. I put it kind of right around my nose, kind of like in this area here. And then I'm going to use the bronzer. The sun just came up. The lighting changed drastically. That's nice. I'm going to go in with the bronzer. Everyone hypes this up. I hope it's good. I haven't set kind of right under where I'm going to put the bronzer, so I'm hoping it blends out nicely and it doesn't cause me any issues. I mean, it's a super light shade, so I don't think it's going to be too crazy. I always struggle to put bronzer right here, kind of like on my sideburns. I do shave them a little bit, but like, I can't shave them all the time. Oh, I think it's a really nice bronzer. It's super natural because of the shade. For summertime, I mean, if you tan, or if I would tan, I would probably have to get a deeper one, but I don't leave the house. And with how lockdown's going in the UK, I just don't know if we're gonna have a summertime. This is a super natural shade on me, and it's not too warm or too cool tone, so it's like a perfect in between of like, I'm not too bronzed, I'm kind of contoured, but like I'm not grey. And it blends super nicely on unset skin, which is always like a big thing for me. I hate putting bronzer on unset skin because it's just like, it always tugs and then it just looks really bad. I just look so nicely sun-kissed, just like a tiny bit. It's not over the top. I could probably get a deeper shade. I think this looks really natural and I really like it. Everything is blended super well on the foundation. Nothing has moved the foundation, which is incredible. I'm using more of a tapping motion because I haven't set my foundation. I'd recommend doing tapping. If you set your foundation, you can swipe. But if you haven't set your foundation, then tapping's like the best way to go. I think this makeup looks nice. That's all I'm gonna say is I feel pretty, and I think that's important. I have the Airbrush Flawless Finish setting spray. Party all night, stay all day. I bought this on myself. I was debating on getting the small size, and then I was like, everyone hypes this up, so I'm just gonna get the big size and hope for the best. I mean, it's like a strong mist. It's not like a light, it's not like the Fenty What It Do, where it's just like it lightly mists your face. This actually like sets your face, but it doesn't leave like the droplets anywhere. This brought the life back into my face. I think I really like it so far. I'm gonna let it just dry on its own. I like to wipe the setting spray off my eyelids before putting on primer, because sometimes I think that makes the primer like more wet and sticky than it needs to be. I'm just gonna use my MAC paint pot. I don't think Charlotte Tilbury has a eyeshadow primer, so I'm just gonna use this one. Look at my face right now, it looks so good. This was sent to me in PR, and then I have like 6 of the small quads, but I love this palette. This palette is stunning. This is the Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize. Wow, that was a mouthful. I'm gonna do a very golden look today. I think that's the vibe I'm going for with this, like the brown. I'm gonna go with the brown. I'm gonna use a big fluffy brush. This is like a trio, so I'm gonna go into just the middle matte shade. These blend like a dream. I love these eyeshadows. I think if you've tried quads and you're not too impressed, like you tried them and you were like, I don't know what the hype's about, try one of the bigger palettes, buy it on a sale. I think Cult Beauty does sales a lot for like more expensive brands. For example, if stuff comes out for holidays, you can usually get it cheaper in January, and this came out for the holidays, so you can definitely get it cheaper now. I've seen this on sale on Cult Beauty before, so you can definitely try these for cheaper. They're not cheap eyeshadows by any means, and I think you can definitely achieve this look with a cheaper eyeshadow. It's not, you know, debatable, but if you wanted to experience the Charlotte Tilbury brand, then I think, you know, you can try and find it on a sale, and definitely big palettes over small palettes. I've tried this palette before. It's not the first time I've tried it, and I've loved it before. I think I've even raved about it before. I just dug my brush into one of the shades. I've definitely spoken about this palette before and how much I like it. I think it's a beautiful palette. Okay, so I've applied kind of the transition shade. I'm not going to bore you with stuff. So I've just done this shade kind of all over. I'm going to go into Seduce Glow, which is kind of like the matte shade. Here, it's just like a deeper brown. I'm going to use just one of these like more tapered brushes, take some of that brown on there and tap it on the outer corner, just like that, and then start blending inwards. I find these don't fall out at all. The shimmers in here are stunning. The mattes feel super buttery, just super pigmented. I love them. Okay, this is all blended out super easily. Then I'm gonna just do the same on the other side. I'm going to go in with this lighter brown shade here, like a medium toned, just on my finger. I've never used this shade before, so I'm just gonna tap it on. Look how stunning it is. These go so far. Like if you do one swatch, you can drag it on for ages with how pigmented these shimmers are. This is like a cool tone medium, mid-toned brown. I'm just getting up close so you can see the true shade, because I think the camera's not doing it any justice, but it's such a beautiful, like taupey, goldeny, bronzy brown. Like I can't explain it. Then I'm gonna use this one, kind of more on the inner third, just right here. Then I'm gonna use this shade right here, just from the pink area, but it's just like the lightest shade we have, as the inner corner. Very beautiful. Look at that. Sometimes I love having long nails, and sometimes I'm just like, this is so easy. Like I don't want long nails, because just applying all of this is super simple. Then I'm gonna go into this shade here, just like right on the tip of my pointer finger, and go right under here. This is my favorite thing to do. I think it just ties the look in together so well. You just have to be careful that you don't drag it too low, because then it looks a bit strange. It's super simple. It's so easy. Like it just works. You know, it's just like an eyeshadow palette that works. Every shade in here just does its thing. I bought this brow gel. It's Legendary Brows. I've stopped using brow pencils recently. I just feel like I just like putting a brow gel in and calling it a day. Brows are like the least favorite thing to do. I hate brows. Like who cares? Who cares? Like, yeah, I like when they're done, because I think they frame the eyes beautifully, but also at the same time, leave me alone. You know, I don't want to do it. This is so weird. I thought, right, this was the cap and this was the brow gel. It's the other way around. I think I just bent the brush a little bit. Anyway, it's a super tiny wand, which is why I got it, because I was like, this is quite cool. I got like a blonde shade. Oh yeah, it fills in quite nicely. It's got like enough pigment for me to fill in this like front bit here. And it's super tiny, so you can like go in with quite a bit of precision. And it's a really nice shade. Look at that. Filled in brows. This is why I don't fill them in with pencil anymore, because I don't see what the point is when I can just do brow gel. I mean, it's an expensive brow gel, so I think you can definitely find something more affordable. I think brow gels are one of those things where you're like, I don't need to spend a lot of money, but this one's really good. Like, look at that. I've got filled in brows. I've recently tried Charlotte Tilbury's, like the new push-up mascara that she came out with, and I was not a fan. So I found a different mascara that she released before. She's got 2 other mascaras, so she's now got 3 mascaras in her whole arsenal. So this is the second one. This is volume 2. So it's Legendary Lashes volume 2. It looked like a nice wand. So I'm just gonna curl my lashes. Oh yeah, this is what it looked like in the pictures. It's just like a fat, fibery wand. This is what I want. Oh my god, it did it straight away. I love when this happens. I'm trying to focus on the outer corner, but the brush is huge. These are some good lashes. I definitely, on first impression, love this one so much more than the push-up mascara. This one looks stunning. I love it. It's not too wet, not too dry. It just works. This is a great outcome today. Sometimes I do these and I'm so disappointed, but this is like a great outcome. This is kind of where I'm at with 2 layers. I think it looks nice. I'm gonna do my lower lashes, see how that goes. This is what it looks like currently. I think everything looks really pretty. That's just like the overarching message of today's video, is just, it looks pretty. This has all been sent to me in PR. I didn't buy any of this, they just sent this to me. I'm forever grateful because I love all of these products. So, some of my favorites, right? There's these, the Elixir Lip Oils. Very beautiful. I have like a red shade and a nude shade. These are so good for just natural days. Let me show you guys. They come with like a little roller ball. So it just adds like a slight tint. But these are very expensive. So buyer beware. Like, these are very expensive. I had a bit of foundation on my lips, so just mixed together. It's so hot in my room today. I don't know why. I think it's just because the sun's coming in and it's like just making me sweat. This is what the Elixir looks like. I think it looks so good. Just makes your lips look super plump. Then recently they launched these lip and cheek tints, which are more like matte drying tints. Then I have like actual lipsticks and these lip balms. They're like color changing lip balms. And then I have my favorite product, which I'm going to show you guys. The lip glosses that they recently released. These are the Jewel ones. They had similar ones before, but these are good. I've tried these. And then these bad boys. I'm gonna use their iconic shade, Pillow Talk. It's just a lip balm type thing, but it just looks really good. Okay. I use this in videos all the time and you guys ask me what it is. It's this. It's a lip balm, lipstick, lip gloss in one. I'm not using a lip liner, so it's a little bit more difficult to control, but it looks so good. So this is what it looks like after I've just blended it out nicely. It just looks so plump and so full. And I didn't use lip liner with it. It just looks like this because it just looks like this. So that's it for the face. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I basically loved everything I used. Do I think it's all worth the money? Probably not. I think you could probably get dupes that work just as well, you know, for like the lip balm, or I don't know, like eyeshadow. You could probably get stuff that works very similar way. The brow gel, like it's stuff that you can definitely dupe with things. I think the complexion products are absolutely stunning. I think the flawless filter with the foundation, with everything on top, just looks so perfect. Like, it just looks perfect. I've never had my skin look this good before. It's just a pretty look. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't dislike anything I used. I liked some things more, some things I didn't even like some things less. I just liked some things more than others. I think some are definitely worth the price for me personally, but some, you know, you can definitely dupe. Like, I can definitely find a different mascara if I wanted to. I hate this dent here now. Oh, anyway. But other than that, I just think this is such a stunning look. And I just think, you know, if you're looking to splurge on things, I think Charlotte Tilbury is just a nice brand. That's the outcome of today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want to comment down below, and subscribe to post videos every time something comes to my brain. Hit that bell, you'll be notified when that's happening. Social media links, any other links will be in the description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.